This is A to Z with Mark Zinno, part of Locked On Sports Atlanta, and it starts now.
Good afternoon. Welcome to A to Z here on Locked On Sports Atlanta, where today I tell you it's time to get mad. Welcome in. We are live here on this Wednesday. Make sure you give us a follow on Twitter at Locked On ATL. Of course, I'm at Mark Zinno, MarkZinno. Big show for you guys today. We got Falcons news to get to, NBA Finals preview, as well as we get set for the NBA Finals between the Boston Celtics and the Golden State Warriors, and even some news that could benefit the Atlanta Hawks coming up. We'll get to that all before the end of today's show. But we start today with another loss for the Atlanta Braves, and in a fashion that just was not supposed to happen the way this team was constructed. It was a 4-run lead heading into the bottom of the sixth inning, which promptly disappeared, and the Braves lost the game in extra innings. Once again, 8-7. It has not been a good week so far for the Braves, and they have an early start today against the D-backs to close out this 3-game series and have to avoid being swept. This is a team right now that's 9-13 away from Truist Park on the year, and it just has not gone well at all for the Atlanta Braves. And to top it all off, the cherry on top last night, after Ronald Acuna doubles home a run in the third inning, what happens the very next time he gets up? Well, he gets plunked. Matt Olson had hit a home run to take a 3-2 lead, and Acuna gets up with nobody on, and bam, he gets plunked in the back, and here we go again. Look, this is not a situation that I would ever condone. I think base brawls and bench clearing balls are stupid. Nothing ever really happens. There is a sense of just, please don't take this as a sexist remark, but it's like girl fighting. It's like slapping around. Like there's no real punches being thrown. It's not like a real brawl or anything like that you'd see. And so from that standpoint, I think they're a huge waste of time. But maybe, just maybe, as Jeff Francoeur even said last night, start a damn fight. Show some life at this point. Like I don't know what to do to shake things loose. I am getting very closer to the edge of panicking, as I've told you. We are now at June 1st. We've got exactly 2 weeks to the end of the National Series, where I have predicted they must be over 500 by for them to really have convinced me that they've turned this thing around. And it's not starting out well. This stretch of games is not starting out well at all. And so, I look at the situation in a game like last night where they're not supposed to lose, in a game like last night where they score 7 runs and have 14 hits. The strength of this team this year has been in the pitching and in the bullpen. They're not supposed to lose a game like this. They're just flat out not. And it is very much a sign that things are not going to right themselves. As I've said repeatedly, this doesn't look like the brand of baseball that we want to see this team playing. And that's really the issue. And I don't know if Brian Snitker needs to have a closed door meeting or, he stays out of the clubhouse for the most part, but maybe get in the clubhouse and shake some things up with guys and, just figure out a way to get people to understand where we are and what needs to happen going forward. Because you can't take much more of this. You really can't. Like you can't continue to lose games like this and go at this rate and have it be something that you think you're just going to snap your fingers and get out of. That's just not the way it works. And with baseball, it sort of takes time to build a little momentum. This isn't Major League where you get an inspirational speech with 30 games left and all of a sudden you just overtake first place. Like those things are such rare occurrences. It takes a while to get things going. And for the first time, the Braves last night scored a bunch of runs and they didn't strike out a ton. And they started to look like a team offensively that we thought they would look like all year long. And what happens? Then the bullpen doesn't show up. I mean, it's beyond at this point in time. Again, Charlie Morton wasn't great yesterday, but, he left the game with a lead, and a lead that he should have, had and kept, but it wasn't to happen. Will Smith and Kensley Jansen, the two guys who were stalwarts and closers last year, each give up a run in their 8th and their 9th, and then that's it. It's just it can't go down like that. It really can't. And this is where they are right now. This is their lot in life. They are close to being characterized as not a very good baseball team, and have to figure out a way about it. And the only thing, and I'm going to wait to really dive deeper into the discussion, the only thing really left to ask about is Alex Anthopoulos going to do something? That's really the only thing left to figure out. Because if you wait till the All-Star break and do nothing, you may be so far out of it that you just have to hold pat at the trade deadline. Or you sell off a piece or two and hope for something else. But I'm not even concerned with where the Mets are. I'm concerned with what the Atlanta Braves are doing, or in this case, what they're not doing. And that's winning ball games. And that needs to change very, very quickly, because if it does not, there's going to be some real changes around here. And I would think that for as bold as Alex Anthopoulos is, this wouldn't be the time. It would be counter to everything he's done in the past for him to just go, you know what, let's just stand still. Because that's not what he's done. Now, in fairness, that was never his mantra before he had won a title. I don't know what the Alex Anthopoulos is after he's won a title. I know he's aggressive enough to go and get a title. Is he aggressive enough to stay that way and try to get another one? That's really the question that we'll have to figure out, and we'll know that answer in time. So, going to be interesting to see. All right. We get back. We will get into the Atlanta Falcons as they have another OTA coming up on Friday. What is it going to look like, and what sort of tone will be set, and how quickly will we start to see Marcus Mariota insert himself with the number ones on offense? That's coming up here on A to Z on Locked On Sports Atlanta, free on YouTube and wherever you get your podcast. Make sure you search Locked On Sports Atlanta.